You know, Lou, I mean, one of the things people ask me all the time is why I want to do this, and as you know, you've been a part-time resident even of this county, you know, a long time as well. This is my home. This has always been my home since I was 18 years old, and I have a family that's been raised in here. And the troubling part is that we have a lot of things that happen, offenses that happen, you know, and I can, you know, point some of them out. We just recently had one where a 15-year-old was murdered up in Santa Margarita. We have the Rex Krebs case where two college-age girls were kidnapped and assaulted and murdered. We have a number of these cases going back even to the Waterbury case in Montana de Oro back in the 80s. And we have a pattern of these things occurring, and it's really troubling because not only does the community seem to forget, you know, fairly quickly, but we forget how many of these offenders are in our area and the focus. And for me, it gives me the opportunity to actually make a difference. To focus in on this, remind the public of it, keep the public safe, not only by educating them on you know what's been happening and what's going on, but you know gearing law enforcement toward those areas that are so critical.
Well, today, you know, because it changed a lot in 10 years, because today we're dealing with gang violence, weapons of mass destruction, terrorism, and that's why it's important, like getting back to the community policing, because, you know, with the huge, massive drugs that come in through the Mexican border, many young kids get involved, like crack, methamphetamine, all these drugs. It's a combination of everything. That's why it's so important about this, ensuring the safety of the families and community, because, you know, it's so widespread, and that's why I think in this situation, it's important to keep a tap on that.
Yeah, I mean, drugs and alcohol are a huge part of this community. I mean, people don't, I mean, once you become detached from it a little bit, your kids, you know, graduate, you know, school and move on, you kind of lose that connection with, you know, the trouble it causes. If you look over at county jail, we have majority of people that are in county jail in custody are in there for drug and alcohol issues. You know, our focus is not necessarily on any type of treatment to get them out, it's to house them. And it's this revolving door, and it's growing worse. It really is. And what people don't always understand is that drugs and alcohol are connected to so many other crimes. They're connected to you know, burglary issues, as you know. I mean, people breaking into cars to pay for their habit. Home invasion, robberies. I mean, we've had 2 homicides in this county over the last year and a half for home invasion robberies for marijuana.
Wow.
I mean, not good in 2 different communities, Los Osos and Morro Bay. We've had countless home invasions in San Luis over the same issue. Somebody that legally is possessing marijuana for medical purposes. People know it, and they're going in armed in order to steal their marijuana or their money. And unfortunately, we've had the 2 cases that result in homicide, but we've had many cases that haven't resulted in homicide that people just don't realize. They don't realize how bad this has been getting.
Yeah, that's why we want to see you be the next sheriff.
That's why I want to do it. That's why I want to make a difference. This is my community. This is not a job. This is not a you know, a role as a manager. This is being a countywide leader. The sheriff's office is the largest. The best opportunity to make a change. That's why I want to do it.
Well, especially you have the experience. You work all the organizations, you're on the street, you're on the road, you work in traffic, you work in crime, you're a problem solver. Not you have the whole scope of everything you've done, understand how the department should function, and to make it that requirement, I would say, to be the ideal sheriff like yourself.
Well, it's interesting, Lou, when I said about the Rex Krebs case and the 2 college-age girls, you have a daughter. And you have that, I mean, you have that, you could see the change. I could see a change in just, you know, your reaction to that. When you have a daughter, when you have a son, and we've had people like that victimized, you realize how, you know, how it impacts you personally. You worry about it.
Sure.
I mean, you walk away from a conversation like this thinking, is my daughter okay right now? Do I have to worry about this thing?
Exactly.
And how do I protect her? Well, part of my job is to protect her. You know, and I know she doesn't live here now, but whatever community she lives in, but my job is to offer that protection for families, and providing that, providing better service, providing that connection back to the community policing where we're making that connection and we're solving issues, we're protecting you is what's most important here, and protecting, you know, our community.
Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.